Almost every cash out betting story is underpinned by countless different lies, and I've got heaps of evidence to prove it. It's crazy, it happened again just this weekend. So this video reveals 3 cash out rip-offs that the bookies would rather you didn't see, uncovering the real reasons that they love it as we go. Now, the first example was a football bet worth £367,000 placed back on August the 7th, 2021, where Tanya Healy placed a £100 bet on a fourfold for Liverpool to win several different titles all at the same time. The odds were favourable, and back then nobody could have really known it. But what Betfair did in this instance was use Tanya routinely and the cash out positions on her bet as additional marketing. They updated this over and over, kept asking people whether they would take the cash out, which once we start digging into this, you'll realise mathematically was truly ridiculous, because sportsbooks don't offer value cash outs, as we'll prove as the video goes on. She did not take the cash out on this bet and it eventually lost, so I haven't got an accurate time that I can compare the prices to, as you'll see in the following examples, but the calculation to remember here is simple. The current payout total divided by the current odds on offer for the bet gives you a true and fair cash out value. As you'll see in the next case, where it gets worse, because this weekend one lucky punter placed several different bets with a total of £425,000 as a total payout. They placed a £1 lucky 31 each way bet with a total return of £109,000 and a £5 acca to win £316,000 on the following 5 horses. Now, the first thing to recognise here is on the lucky 31 bet there's multiple lines, and so several of those lines had already won, making the total cash out in the end look really quite criminal once you break it down. So in this particular case, the customer took the cash out before the fifth horse run, and the total price that they took was £57,968.74. Betfair celebrated this, put it on social media, updated it. There's been news articles written about it since. But if you look at the numbers, you'll see that the starting price for the particular horse that was running in the 5th leg was a price of 15 to 8 with sportsbooks, and on the betting exchange was a total Betfair starting price of 3.13. So once we do the maths on that, we find that the total cash out value, if the customer had cashed out at the Betfair starting price on the exchange, they would have had a total of £137,782.75 in their pocket for the exact same cash out. And if they had cashed out at the sportsbook price, which is something that Betfair could have done because they already took their margin on the initial bets in the first place, they would have cashed out at £147,826.08, a value difference for £89,857.34 being between the two there. So the customer well and truly got seen off on the last leg of their accumulator cashing out here, and Betfair were effectively laughing in their face for doing this, promoting it in public to gain more custom for their business. People applauding them on the way. Now, you might think that's really bad until you see the third example, where we have an example of a true rip-off around a very large national event, the Cheltenham Festival. So last year's festival seen one punter with a 5-leg accumulator where the first 4 legs had won once more. Again, there was lots of hype and bluster, particularly being around the Cheltenham Festival, lots of promotion within the news, lots of affiliate links to click, where they spoke about this punter's bet slip. You can see it here on the screen. The first 4 legs had won, and he had the very short price favourite on the 5th leg of this accumulator to land a total of £511,225. Now, to make matters worse, he even tweeted and thanked Betfair for doing a partial cash out where they offered him £322,000 on the particular favourite, or £250,000 on the rest of the field if another horse won. So if we compare that to the true cash out values, you start to see how bad this is, particularly when you realise Cheltenham's a large scale event, there's lots of liquidity, and Betfair could have quite easily closed their liability on the exchange for a far better price. So the favourite in question is listed as having a starting price with the Betfair exchange of 1.62, meaning that the true cash out value across the entire field at that price would have been £315,570.99, just a few grand less than what they offered him if the favourite should win, and significantly less, being almost 70 grand less than if the rest of the field should win. But that gets even worse when you compare it to the sportsbook prices that were on offer at the time with Betfair Sportsbook. The real value that they were offering as a difference for cash out, which would have meant £355,017.36 in this punter's pocket if he had cashed out at their price, still allowing them to have their initial margin on those 5 bets that they offered in the first place whilst he placed that accumulator. A significant difference from the 322 if the favourite won, or the 250 if the rest of the field should win. So you can see the value difference there. In the best case, if the favourite had won, would have been minus £7,000, or if any other had have won, nearly £100,000 difference. But again, once more, the media applauded this, and many punters throughout the land decided that he'd taken a great bet. Fair play for the cash out. I'm very glad that he had the money, but this shows what disgusting rip-off cash out is with a sportsbook. So make sure you check out the real cash out value if ever you find yourself in a position like this. Taking value is the key to making money in sports betting. As I explained previously in this upload here in the end screen, it's well worth a watch. Check it out. I'll see you next time.